So I'm just gonna give it a second because normally it takes a second to, there we go. Hello, Caleb Brown. Hi, honey. Welcome back to Scrumptious Table. If you already read the title of the video, you know we are going to be making a recipe written by AI today. My first time doing that, so I'm kind of excited. But y'all, it has been a day. I did not wake up wanting to do a YouTube video today, so we are still kind of getting into the swing of things. And I haven't had my coffee yet, so I basically just cleared off the counters so that I could actually use my kitchen today and stuff. It's been a rough morning. So I'm gonna wash out my steam pitcher and I'm gonna make myself a coffee before we get started so that at least I have that going for me. Man, it's just one of those days where the motivation does not come naturally. Often I find when the motivation isn't there, that there's nothing I can really do to get motivation except start doing stuff. And I have started doing stuff and I still don't want to do this video today, but we're going to do it anyway. And maybe eventually I'll start having fun with it. My whole house is a tornado. Crumbs everywhere on the floor. Just trash and toys and laundry. Mount Laundry is definitely winning at this point in my life right now. But it's gonna be okay. It has been piled high before and eventually it gets done. It's just, whew, gotta take a breath and not let it be as overwhelming as it feels. I'm gonna get my coconut milk. If you've been following along for a while, you'll know that I've been on a diet lately. And last week I tested out milk to see how it would affect my body. And so now I'm back to coconut milk, and this coming week I'm gonna test out gluten and see what that does. But so far I haven't noticed any adverse effects from the milk. I tried goat's milk first from a local farm and that didn't do anything to my stomach, and then I tried regular whole cow's milk from the store that we normally buy, and I didn't notice anything bad with that either. So I'm thinking maybe milk is not the problem. I assume that it's gluten, but I don't know. At this point, I'm extremely surprised because I was pretty sure dairy was one of the issues. But I have been loving coconut milk in my coffee. Last week was feeling luxurious because every day I had regular milk in my coffee and it was so good. But now we're back to coconut milk and I'm not mad at it. I think it's pretty good. I just, oh man, Izzy's crying. I know, she needs to take a nap, so don't go in there, okay? I know it looks sketchy because the oil has separated from the coconut water, but once it's all mixed together, it's really good. I'm gonna mix this together too before I pour it back in. My favorite coffee lately has been honey with a little bit of salt and cinnamon. That has been my favorite way to make my coffees in the recent days. I did have a pumpkin spice latte quite often last week, and that was really good, but I was just ready to switch it up. So now it is some honey. Usually I do about 2. Oh, I'm missing comments. I will answer those in just a second. Usually I do about 2 tablespoons of honey. I know that's a lot, but it tastes good. I'm not trying to lose weight, okay? I'm just trying to fix my gut and fix the problem. So, don't come at me for that. If I were trying to lose weight, I'd do a little bit different with my coffees. So a little bit of salt and just a pinch of cinnamon. I don't know why these taste good, so good together, but they really, really do. All right, now for the coffee part. Oh, stink. Man, I really wish I had time to do this before my live stream. I would have been a little bit faster because I'm not talking through it. And my coffee machine ran out of water, so gotta fill it back up. Alright, there's that. I am so thankful for my coffee machine. Oh my goodness. Before I had it, I mean, I enjoyed my coffee, but now I enjoy my coffees so much more because it's basically like a little cafe in my house. Alright, I'm going to try and answer some comments. Here we go. Favorite Bartel says, oh boy, about the AI recipe. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Caleb Brown says, excited to see. Betty says, hi. How do you like your diet? I am enjoying it. I never thought I'd say that. It's not, doesn't feel like a normal response to being on a diet, but I'm telling you, I have had so much fun trying to figure out recipes that exclude the things that I'm not supposed to be having. I really enjoyed it. That's all I'm gonna say. I miss some things that I normally would eat, but I don't miss them that much. The first week was so hard, but now I feel like it's just really nice to feel good and to have more energy. I'm still a mom, okay, and I still have 3 kids that are just wild and need my attention all the time. So yes, I'm still tired. But I feel like I have more energy. There's no way to describe it other than that. Are you going to do another espresso series? Oh, I don't know. I've been messing around with some new drink flavor combinations, but I have not been making very many latte art. Like, I haven't been making progress in that area because I've been using coconut milk and it doesn't pour as pretty. Actually, it doesn't pour pretty at all. I cannot make any kind of shape at all with coconut milk. So as far as that, I'm not going to be making another espresso series, but like with latte art. But I might do a series of different flavor combinations, if that makes sense. Okay. Nugget says hello. Hi. Jalapeno Pepper says hi. Nugget says, I loved your latte art series, both yours and your hubby's. Yeah, he does not like coffee, so that just was not his thing. I'm gonna get this rag wet before I steam the milk, because that's what I use to wipe off the steam on. I enjoyed making this series. It's just, maybe when I'm finished with the diet, maybe I'll go back to making those. No, I just washed this, honey. Thank you for trying to clean up my area, but I'm gonna use this, and then when I'm all done, you can have it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, it's gonna get really loud because coconut milk, for some reason, steams crazy loud. So bear with me for a minute. Sorry about that. That was crazy. It gets me every time. Okay, now you can have this.
Okay, well, I just try it back in.
Only on the paper, remember? Okay. Let me go back up here. Let me see. Are your kids picky? Yes and no. They go through phases of being picky. It seems like, no. I told you on the paper, not on the wall. Go put it on the paper. It seems like when one of them is eating really well and eating everything I put in front of them, the other one barely wants anything. So at least they're not both not eating at the same time. It stresses me out when they are picky and don't want to eat. You fell? Are you okay? Alright. Now that I have my coffee, I feel more set to get into the actual recipe. And I gotta answer these real quick. Do a pizza series next. That would be fun. There's so many options of how to do pizzas, but I, again, cannot have pizza on my diet. So I think that would be fun, and I'll just have my husband taste test them because he loves pizza. I don't know what that word is. Phonobia? Is that a fear of loud noises or something? Hopefully not. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that I warned you ahead of time. Hopefully you got to turn your noise down. Okay, I think that's everything right now. Alright, this recipe is written by AI. I've got it written out on a piece of paper, but my handwriting today was awful. I started out by asking AI to make a fall recipe that did not have all of the 7 foods that I'm not allowed to have right now. And so it made this recipe with acorn squash, and I don't have that, and I was like, I don't want to go back to the store. I've been there like 4 times this week already. So I asked it to make another one, and it came up with a creamy spiced pumpkin and sweet potato soup. So that's what we're gonna do. I have the ingredients for that. Praise the Lord. So we need a can of pumpkin puree, 100% pure pumpkin, because if it's pumpkin pie filling, it's gonna have sugar and added spices and all that stuff. Be careful, okay? 1 sweet potato and 1 onion chopped. Get an onion and also garlic. Grab the garlic. Oh, oops. Okay. I think it's supposed to be, yeah, 2 cloves of garlic. So I'll go ahead and get chopping stuff first, and then I'll put everything together after I do that. 2 cloves of garlic. I've found that the easiest way for me to get garlic chopped up, because I am not fast at mincing things, I just use this and I rub it on there and kind of shred the garlic instead. Hopefully that doesn't make anybody mad out there who's a real chef. I am certainly not. I am just a mom who's trying to get dinner on the table before the kids are screaming too loud. So I don't know if they will like this. Honestly, my first instinct is no, they will not, because it's a new thing that they've never had before, but sometimes they surprise me, and I don't expect my husband to like this either, so this is going to be a just for me thing, which is fine, because there's plenty of things like bread and corn and dairy that they can. If I have this just for myself, that's totally fine with me. I think that's another reason I've been enjoying this diet, is because I like different kinds of food than the rest of my family does. And so I can kind of create those things, since we have to eat pretty much separate meals anyway, because they won't eat what I'm eating. But that's been fun to get to branch out a little bit with my food, even though my picky eaters won't partake. Oh goodness, these onions. They always get me. Oh, that hurts so much. Half the time I'm chopping onions with my eyes closed because they hurt so much. Man, ouch. Okay, there's my onion. Oh, I'm gonna go over to the stove for a second. Oh, goodness. And get this on because I gotta get away from those onions. Whew. Wow, that was a strong one. I'm gonna turn the oven on to kind of a medium low, because I don't want the onions to cook too fast. But I'm just gonna saute them for a bit to get them soft, and then I'll add in the other stuff. This is avocado oil, about maybe a teaspoon. I don't feel like I need a whole lot. Whew. All right. Let me see if I missed anything. Yes, it is if you're loud noises. Okay, I was curious. Did you tell AI specific things to generate it? No. The only thing I said was a fall recipe that didn't have specific ingredients, and then AI kind of came up with the rest. That is something I wanted to talk about, though. What do you guys think about AI? Like, I know it's useful for, you know, secular jobs and stuff, and useful for giving you information about all kinds of things, but I'm curious if it's useful for moms in the kitchen who need help coming up with a recipe, because if you can give it different restrictions, like say I don't have certain ingredients but I want to make something with rice, chicken, and a vegetable, can you rely on AI to make you a yummy recipe? Like, I'm curious to do some more testing. I think this one will be good, but we'll see. Oh, I'm not going to grate this yet. I need to do the onions first. wash my hands and get this onion juice off of me. All right, back to my coffee. Lost my train of thought. Man. Stink. Oh yeah, I was talking about AI. As far as for a mom at home, working in a kitchen, making like meal plans and stuff, mainly that's what I am curious about, if AI can actually make mom's job easier, that would free up some more time to, I don't know, do the laundry or something that hands have to do. Instead of me having to sit down for a couple of hours every week or month or whatever to make a meal plan, can AI do that? Can I give them a suggested list of things and then let them come up with the rest? I mean, I feel like there's a lot of options that I haven't explored with AI yet. For me, I just use Gemini because I don't have ChatGPT. But I don't see anything wrong with it. Gemini works pretty well. And I've been using it for YouTube related stuff, such as like ideas for videos and how to come up with a description for my video that covers all the points and stuff, and how to come up with hashtags for videos and stuff. Things like that it has really helped me with, but maybe it could help with regular life too. I don't know. So I'm curious if anybody else has used an AI platform for anything like that. Somebody said all AI are pretty similar. I did a workout plan with AI. Interesting. Gave them generic things. That's a good idea. I like ChatGPT and Grok. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I feel like they're all pretty similar. I don't think there's. By the way, I was peeling this sweet potato, and now I'm gonna just chop it into small chunks. Hopefully, like just little diced cubes, so that it will cook faster. I find that the smaller that I chop things, the faster it cooks, even though it takes me a little bit longer to chop it because I'm chopping it small. I think it's worth doing. Speaking of AI writing things, I have not had it write me a recipe blog yet. I don't expect myself to do that. If I did, I would do some heavy editing because I don't want it to be something that I'm not like a part of. But if you don't know, I have started my recipe blog. I only have 2 recipes on there right now, but hopefully I'll be adding more soon. Goodness gracious, this is tough. Sweet potato. I don't know if I need new knives or what. I've been struggling with chopping some things up lately. Anyway, I will link that blog down in the description once I've finished getting this video fully posted, and then you guys can go check it out. Also, if anybody on YouTube hasn't checked out my Facebook, I'd sure love if you did that. I have been posting on there pretty regularly, maybe twice or 3 times a week, something like that. And love for you to follow me on there and be a part of that community on Facebook. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm just going to focus on cutting this for now. Goodness. Wow. It's not sweater weather for me yet because I'm still working in the kitchen and working up plenty of a sweat. Goodness. It was beautiful cold weather this morning, so I thought, hey, a sweater is a great idea. I don't know if it was yet. Probably ought to go stir those onions so they don't get burned. Do that real quick and then I'll finish up. Nice. I think having that on a lower heat helps it to, oh, it's not caramelized, but soften a lot more evenly, I think. If I turn it on high, I've got to be over the pot constantly and stirring it so it doesn't get burned bits. Okay. Now, they're all about this size, a little bit bigger than the size of my nail. So, this one's slightly bigger, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. And I'm going to get back over here and grate this onion straight over, or grate the, what's it called, garlic straight over the onion. I've seen other people use like a food processor to do their garlic, but I do not want to get out my food processor every time I need a little bit of garlic. I feel like this is fast, and I can just quickly wash this little handheld grater, and then I can use it again for the next recipe. I'm going to let that saute for a little bit and cook the garlic, and then I'll add in the sweet potato next. By the way, I read the recipe several times just to make sure I knew what I was doing before getting started, because I didn't want to have to keep referencing my recipe. So I didn't even write out, I just wrote out the instructions. That's what I normally do. Or not instructions, forgive me. The ingredients. And then I pretty much just read the instructions a couple of times and imagine myself doing it, and then I can remember what I'm supposed to do. Most of the time, unless it's like really complicated. Alright, I can smell the garlic, so I think that means it's done. I'm going to add in the sweet potato next, after I stir it one last time. Would it be faster to use my bowl instead of my hands? Yes, it would, but I don't know. I'm just used to using my hands to transfer all the vegetables over to the stove. I probably should start using a bowl though. Alright, it said to cook this for about 3 minutes, so I'm going to let that sit for a little bit while it cooks. The other ingredients that we need are a can of pumpkin puree, 4 cups of vegetable broth, but I don't have that. I just made chicken broth yesterday, so I'm going to use that instead. And I typed that into Gemini too to see if that would mess with the flavors, and it said that's perfectly fine. But what does Gemini know? It's not tasting anything. We'll see. We'll see if it's fine. Sometimes I wonder though, is Gemini just stealing a recipe that they found online and saying, here's a recipe? Or is it actually creating a recipe, like, based on what you tell it to do? I don't know. But it is a nice way to have everything in one place so that you don't have to have several different tabs on your phone open trying to figure out Pinterest or on Safari trying to figure out what you're doing. That is pretty nice. And I like that it saves the old chats that you can go back and look at and reference. By the way, this is the chicken broth that I made yesterday. It is super fatty because I put the skins in there with the bones. And I don't know if it seems more like 3 cups than 4, so I might have to add some extra water. But I was already cooking chicken yesterday, and I was like, I need some chicken broth for tomorrow, so I may as well save it and use that. I'm starting to feel a little bit better about the day. It's not been a super quick moving day. I sat down and I read my Bible, and my brain likes to lie to me, especially about reading my Bible, because my flesh doesn't want to do it, but my spirit does. Oh goodness, I don't know if she's gonna go to sleep, but I'll finish what I'm trying to say first. My brain was telling me, you don't have time, you've got too much to clean up today, you've got too much to do, don't take the time to, oh dear! Did you make a mess? Okay, come here. Oh. Yeah, of course. Oh dear, I smell what you made a mess of. We'll have to go clean that up. Anyway.
I have a mess on my hat.
I don't know. Do you want to go watch them? Where was I? Forgive me. My brain was telling me, you don't have time. The house is a mess. You're supposed to do a live stream this morning. You don't have time to sit down and read your Bible. And the truth is, if I don't have time to read my Bible, I probably shouldn't be doing a live stream anyway. I should cancel it. So I sat down and I read my Bible and I prayed, and my kids were awake, and my brain was like, you can't do this while your kids are awake. They're going to distract you. And they were, but I needed to do it anyway, and I'm glad that I did. My daughter likes to have me pray out loud and read the Bible out loud when she's awake. which makes things take longer too because I can read faster when I'm not trying to transfer to my mouth. But it's not about making things go faster. I love that she wants to hear me pray and that she wants to hear me read my Bible. I love that she wants to pray with me too, and she wants to pray for her cousins. Every day she asks me, she wants to pray for them, and that's really precious, and I don't think that any kind of live stream is worth skipping that. Anyway, back to the recipe. After I add in the pumpkin puree, the broth, there's some spices: salt, pepper, ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Don't worry about your dress, honey. We'll just change you. We'll just change you. Just wash your hands. I think the one that's supposed to be napping is not going to do it. So, hey, what happened? Happened? What happened? Your milky's all gone. I'm sorry. Hi. There's you, little grumpy face. Love you. Do you want to draw?
No.
Okay. I think Maddie's all done with these, so you can draw. Here's some paper. All right, all done with the water. Turn it off, please. All done. Okay, Mommy will do it.
Okay. There's still some salt here.
Go, let's change your dress, honey. So, I haven't gone to look at the damage yet, but I know for a fact that my daughter got into the cinnamon. So, hopefully that's not a disaster. Let me put this up here for just a second. Oh, there you go. Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for helping me.
You're welcome for helping.
Thank you for helping
Can you
me.
find them?
Right
Where's
here.
your sleeves?
Right here.
Okay, there's one. Oh, your hands are wet, so it makes it harder to put it on. You got it?
Yes. Mommy, now I'll see that for you.
No, Mommy is gonna do a couple more things up here, so I can't hold you yet. All right, I think this has been cooking long enough with just the potatoes in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the pumpkin puree. Hold on, let me. Tilt that down. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to need a spatula for this, I think. Oh, maybe not. No, I will. Maddie, don't play with that stuff again, okay? I don't want you in the cinnamon. Do you hear me? Okay, we're going to have to go check on that. The life of a mom is never just in the kitchen for the whole recipe. Yes, you can drink that if you want, but no more cinnamon. Oh, boy.
This is
Want to see?
cinnamon. This is my
The
mess.
cinnamon is empty. The espresso shot glass is full. The
I always spoiled that mess. I always spoiled that mess.
we'll clean that up later. I'm gonna just make this recipe. one battle at a time, you know? You don't need to deal with everything all at once. This looks very interesting. But we are going to use an immersion blender at the end, so it doesn't really matter how it looks. Alright, next, the broth. Look at that. You know you made a good broth when it's all jiggly like this. I don't think technically you're supposed to use the fat, but I'm going to do it anyway. And that will liquefy better once it heats up more. In fact, I'm going to turn up the heat now that we're not just sauteing. I'm going to turn it up to medium-high. That is a crock pot, Maddie. Smells good. All right, now I'm going to add in the spices. We need a teaspoon of salt. I think that's about as much as is left in this, so this whole thing. A half a teaspoon of pepper. Half a teaspoon of ginger powder. A little bit less than that. There we go. A fourth of a teaspoon of cinnamon. And as you know, my cinnamon just got dumped, so I'm gonna get out the backup cinnamon. Excuse me. Fourth of a teaspoon cinnamon. That looks about right. And then a pinch of nutmeg, which is optional. I'm not sure if I have nutmeg. If I do, we'll do it. I have cloves. I have nutmeg. Okay. Pinch of nutmeg. Oops. I'm going to mix that in, and then we're going to let this cook until the sweet potatoes get softened. So I'm going to turn it up quite a bit and let it get to a boil, and then I'll turn it down a little bit. All right. Now I can go through and answer some of these comments. When do you decorate for Christmas? Well, it gets earlier and earlier every year because I want to enjoy the Christmas season as long as possible. I'm already thinking about Christmas as often as you can possibly think of. But I'm really trying to enjoy the fall flavors and the fall decorations, and I haven't gone to the pumpkin patch yet, which I really would like to do before I decorate for Christmas. I am halfway leaning towards decorating in November because I really, really want to stretch out Christmas as long as possible, and 2 months it just doesn't feel like long enough. But my daughter's birthday is in the midst of November, toward the end, and I'm like, should I not decorate till after her birthday so that it's special? I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet, but I'm thinking about the beginning of November decorating for Christmas, because there's only so much time to enjoy all of the Christmas things. There's Christmas crafts that I want to do with the girls. Well, if it snows, which I really hope it does. I want to take them sledding. I think that would be so fun, and just like hot cocoa nights and all of that. I want to enjoy those as much as I can. So we'll see. We'll see when I decorate for Christmas. It might be sooner than is publicly accepted because I hate that it that Thanksgiving is right at the end of November, and I kind of want fall to last through Thanksgiving, but then there's only like 1 month of Christmas decorations, and that seems sad to me. So we might do it early and enjoy the Christmas decorations early, because I'm already listening to Christmas music, and I feel like the decorations would just add to that a lot. As far as like my plans for the rest of this month, I want to make some more fall recipes. I ran out of pumpkin puree just now, so I want to go get a pumpkin from the pumpkin patch, one of those little pumpkin pie ones, and make a pumpkin pie from scratch. I think that would be so fun. But I am still on my diet, so I don't know how to make that good. I don't know. Give me your ideas if you have any. Oh, plus, I want to take out the pumpkin seeds and roast them again. I have been really enjoying those. That's Daddy. And I want to buy a couple little pumpkins and have the girls paint on them. I think that would be so fun. Anyway, there's a couple of different things I want to do the rest of this month. I'm excited for Thanksgiving. Yes, I love Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite times of the year. Is it chilly there? A little bit in the morning, but now that the sun is fully up, not really. But that's good, because I can still take the girls outside without fear of them being too cold. These are good ones, remember?
Yeah, Mom.
Thank
Yeah, Mom. This
you. You can put this on Daddy's stuff. All right. Pumpkin patch sounds like a blast. Yes. I think it would be so much fun. They usually have so many different activities too, like a corn maze, and we went to one last year that had this huge bubble maker thing. It was really cool. So I think that would be really fun, especially since she's older. Izzy would enjoy it a little bit, but I think Maddie would have a blast just going around with her dad to all the different things, because I know he would take her up on the hay bales and through the corn maze and all of that. I think she would really enjoy it. So hopefully we'll end up doing that before it's too late. I feel like it's starting to get to the point where we got to do that fast. And then also a video that I have coming up is my husband's work does a trunk or treat in their parking lot, and so they're doing like a book theme this year, children's books. So I plan on sharing a video about that and what we're going to do with that. So keep a lookout for that video. I think that this soup might be almost done. Boiling plenty. I'm going to turn it down a little bit more. You're going to like the soup. Can you give Mommy a fork? Can you get one out? Oh, it's blocked, isn't it? That's okay. Now you can. Oh. A fork. Thank you, dear. It's okay. You can stay right there. Alright, that is not tender yet. This is taking going to take longer than the recipe said, because AI hasn't cooked the recipe, so they can't test it out and let you know that it's good. I'm going to add a little bit of water, and then I'm going to cover it with a lid and see if that'll help. Alright, Mommy's gonna get under in that cabinet and get a lid out, okay? Excuse me? That's a spoon. Thanks though. Where is it? Here we go. I don't want to end early and then not taste it. But I don't want to keep you longer than you want to stay. So we will chat a little bit more while this continues cooking, and hopefully it will be done before too long. I'm gonna go clean up that cinnamon mess too. There's always something. I've learned that you just gotta be really chill to be a mom. There are things you gotta worry about, but there's plenty of things that it's easy to worry about that you really don't need to. The cinnamon, it can get cleaned up, and it's not a big deal. I don't want my kids to think that it's okay to make messes like that, but I'm sure not going to get mad at them for doing something that I never told them, you specifically can't do this, you know? And I was just reading a very... Oh, thank you. I don't need it right now, though.
But this is for my coffee.
It is for my coffee, but I don't need it right now. I was just reading a, I don't even know what you'd call it. It's a piece of paper that my pastor gave out a while back. It's called The Genuine Love Journey. There's 30-something of them, 36 I think. At least that's how many I have. But the first one is about patience, and it's talking about marriage relationships, but kind of about all relationships. So, mother with children need to be very, very patient, and that's something that I would really like to work on this week. Just being just patient. Taking a breath and reacting, as it said, reacting positively to a negative situation instead of reacting in anger. So I'm going to try to do that. We always make mistakes, but it's good to continue to improve and do better as much as you can. And so anyway, let me go back and make sure that I answer. Do you do ham or turkey for Thanksgiving? Well, it's different every year. We never do Thanksgiving at our house, and everybody seems to be really tired of turkey by the time we get to our real Thanksgiving, because we do turkey at our church, and that's all of us together. Oh yeah, you can have that.
This is a straw from a cup.
Yes, it is a straw from a cup.
We know this is a straw from a cup.
Yes, you can use it.
Okay.
Everybody pretty much gets tired of turkey because we have it like 4 times. That's an exaggeration, but a couple of times in that week of Thanksgiving, and everybody's like, let's not do turkey on Thanksgiving. I like turkey, I like ham, as long as they are made well, obviously. You can have a bad turkey and a bad ham, but gravy usually makes up for that. I hope that we will do something unique this year for Thanksgiving. I think my family plans to do something other than turkey and ham, just because they don't want to have it in a row. I love the fact that you can use ham and leftovers for so many things. I have often bought a ham when it's not Thanksgiving time and just used the leftover slices or chunks or whatever for different recipes. I think that is a really wise way to use up leftovers, and a ham is a whole lot of meat that you can buy all at once and use in different ways. So anyway, I enjoy that. I was gonna say, for Christmas, I have never had or made beef Wellington, but somebody suggested it on Facebook recently, and I was like, oh, that is such a good idea. It always looks so good when I see it made on videos, and I love watching people make it. It's Gordon Ramsay's favorite thing that he gets at every restaurant, and I don't know if I could make one.
I don't.
Oh, don't put it in your nose then. Are you okay?
Yes.
Come here. Come. It doesn't go in your nose. Is it still in your nose? Let me see. Ew. Gross. Now it's out. Yes, you can. Don't put stuff in your nose ever. That's gross. And could hurt you, for sure. Thankfully it wasn't like a toy or anything. It was a tiny piece of oatmeal, but goodness gracious. That's disgusting. Alright, this has got to be close. I'm going to check it again. Popping all over me. That's the bad thing about a puree boiling. It is done. Yay. A puree, when it boils, will just splatter when it pops. It doesn't just steam away. Oh. Nope, that's too loud, and I don't want you playing with this stove. Okay. Alright, I'm going to get out my immersion blender and blend this up. Oh, I should tilt the camera down so you can see what's going on. I have used this immersion blender for so many things. I feel like it is a kitchen tool that is worth having. Even though it seems like a luxury thing, it's so nice to have. Alright, this is going to be messy, so. Ow. Yikes. I'm telling you what, I gotta turn this off because it's popping everywhere. And like I said, it pops a big chunk when it does. It's not just steam. Alright, let me try this again. I'm going to tilt this so there's more room underneath. detach my immersion blender before putting it down because I don't want to accidentally push the button and have it start going when I'm not ready for it to go. Alright, now it's time for the taste test. The recipe said to garnish this with pumpkin seeds and chives, but I don't have pumpkin seeds or chives. Actually, I have dried chives, so I may use that. I do, however, have sunflower seeds. Would it be totally weird if I put that on there? I think I might try it just for a little bit of texture, because a puree just seems like baby food to me. I'm gonna find the chives first. Maybe I don't have any. Thought I had some dried chives. Okay, I guess maybe I don't. Okay, that's fine. I will just put parsley's pretty good on most things. Put a little parsley for some green. And some sunflower seeds. I hope this is not weird. I've never seen anybody put sunflower seeds on a soup like this, so. Sure, you can have some. A little bit of that. It doesn't look awful. Here we go. Not a super good angle, but there it is. Can I have a spoon, please?
Yes.
Now for the taste test.
We're going to try some.
It's very hot because it was just boiling, so I'm gonna wait a second.
Can you try
The crunch of the seeds is necessary, but I'm gonna try a bite without the seeds. That has some good flavor to it. It's still, because it's just a puree soup, it seems like baby food to me. But it doesn't taste like baby food, so that's good. Maybe if I had left it a little bit chunky instead of blending it smooth, it would have been more fun to like bite into. The texture isn't awful, and the taste of it is good too. It's just, I probably would serve this as a side more than anything else, because having just this soup for a meal doesn't feel like enough. You know what I mean? It doesn't have any meat in it, and not that I mind that, it's just doesn't feel like a soup that I would normally have. So anyway, try at your own risk. It's very good if you like this kind of a soup that's pureed and smooth like this. And it is very smooth and creamy without milk. So if you wanted to use it for like a topping on something else, don't think that I'm weird, but if I put like a bit of this on a salad, I think I would really enjoy that. It's got yummy flavors and it's creamy, so it's a good replacement for a dressing, I would say. But that's not what it's meant to be, so you don't have to try that if you don't want to. I would say that's a success. For a recipe written by somebody who can't taste anything, I'd say that's pretty good. And I am very willing to try another AI recipe. I think there's a lot of potential there, and I'm excited to explore that more. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that if you aren't subscribed, you will hit the subscribe button and like this video. Of course you can have more food. We're about to eat lunch. Anyway, thank you for watching and sticking with me through this extra long video. I didn't mean for it to be so long, but